This is my face, and welcome to 501, our online version of this class. So it's been a little bit, you've had a week to get into the semester, but I wanted to go over the syllabus a little bit and answer some questions about the discussion board posts. So just so everybody is on the same playing field. Again, my name is Dr. Abigail Phillips. I've already introduced you to my cat, Emmy Lou. She will pop up probably when I'm at home doing a video recording, but for right now, she is asleep under the bed, I'm assuming. So I'm really excited. I love teaching new master's students. It's super fun. Just all the energy and the excitement that I get from you all, and the great work that I've consistently got each semester. This is I've been teaching this almost 3 years now, coming up 3 years. So, wow. So I have a good bit of knowledge about the subject of Foundations of Library Information Studies. So it's basically kind of an overview of the entire field. We're going to talk about everything, not just libraries, but museums, archives, information technology, other information agencies, information policy, intellectual freedom. Hopefully you've had a chance to look over the syllabus and get a good idea of what we're going to be discussing throughout the semester. And a huge part of the class are the discussion board posts. And since this semester started off a little wonky, because usually we start the day after Labor Day, but instead we started at Thursday before Labor Day, I'm going to have to make some adjustments to when we are posting our initial post will be due by Friday. So the first post you make in response to the prompt that I have given, and then you have 2 responses that should be given to classmates, some of your peers, and those are due by Wednesday because our class kind of goes from Thursday to Wednesday. I've tried to do in the past, I've tried to start on Monday and do like a normal week, but either way, it's really confusing. But I'm sorry if it confuses you even more. So first post due on Friday, your initial post. So that's what you think, how you're feeling about what your response is to the initial prompt, followed by 2 more that are in response to your peers, what they have to say. So hopefully that makes sense. If not, let me know. If you're already a little bit behind, that's okay. Just go ahead and try to catch up. It's only been a week, so we're still trugging along. And again, if anything comes up, if you're a little bit behind, I'll talk in a little bit more detail about that in a minute. But just let me know if something comes up because we are all going through a lot. Not just the pandemic, but just life in general. And stuff comes up, bumps in the road, and I'm very understanding about that. So I hope you'll be understanding of that if anything happens to me. Hopefully not. So I'm taking a look at our syllabus. So we don't have a textbook for this course. We just have a recommended textbook that you can get, or you can also use the Purdue OWL website, which is a fantastic website that I've used since I was a grad student, and I've linked it within our Canvas site. So please make sure to do a thorough look through our Canvas site and see all the helpful resources, the links, the UWM links, the outside links to different like how to write a thesis statement, how to write an outline, how to write an annotated bibliography. These will all come in handy in our future assignments. So there's no required textbook. All the readings can be found on Canvas. So those will all be accessible through Canvas. So you should be able to click on an article and download it, a blog post and get to it, a book chapter and get to it. But if you have any trouble, please let me know. And any email you send to me, please include 501 in the subject heading or in the subject of any email that you send to me, just because I prioritize you all's emails and I really want to get to them really quickly and answer them. So I try to answer within the day, if not within 48 hours. So right now, coming up, we're already on week 2 as of today. So information ethics, we have a couple of chapter 10 to read from Rubin, which used to be our textbook but is no longer, because I found some other resources. So this course can be a bit reading heavy. That's kind of nature of the game in a core course, but just take your time, do what you can. There's a great article that I linked that it talks about how to read effectively and quickly. So I would read that one and get a feel for how to read an academic article, because they are a different kind of animal. But our first assignment will be the critical thinking in a Webster article, which is going to be due September 19th. So that'll come up in about 10 days. So that all the assignments you will find in a tab, but I also link them in each of the weeks that they're due. So this was one where we're going to do some critical thinking about an article written by Webster, Information Society. So I don't want an essay giving your kind of viewpoint necessarily, but just a kind of your overall analysis of this article. Like, where are the pros, or where are the flaws? Where are the standout points to you? What could have been better? What did you find that was really helpful and insightful? Something like that. But not strictly just an opinion essay, like this was a terrible article or something like that. And we'll continue on. We'll have the prompt sheet for the careers assignment. Most of the students really enjoy the careers assignment because it gives you a chance to, not surprisingly, dig into a career that you would like to pursue. And in this one, you will need to interview one person within this career. So go ahead and start looking out, put some feelers out for people that you might be interested in what the career path has taken them. Maybe a public librarian, an archivist, somebody works in an more IT field. But you will, just a heads up, because sometimes students are a little bit behind on that, and that they don't get, you know how emails can get, they get bogged down and you don't get the response in time for the due date. So please go ahead and start thinking about who you would like to interview. It's a very brief interview, maybe 3 to 5 questions, and you just write that up. But I would go ahead and take a look at all the assignments just to get a heads up about what's coming up. And then we have our thesis outline and reference assignment, and that is laying the groundwork for your final paper. Your final paper is an issues in the profession paper. So you pick an issue. In the syllabus, I give you several different ideas about what you could write about, but you can write about whatever you want, whatever you believe is an issue within the LIS field. I'm always excited to read these papers because I get to learn something new usually, and I just get a better sense of what you're interested in. We will have a group project. I'll have to make a note to myself to go ahead and start setting up those groups at the beginning of October. But these are going to be online collections that focus on community engagement and whatever community engagement means to you within the parameter of this assignment. So you could be going from a public library standpoint, you could be thinking about a museum or an archive, or maybe some other information institution. So you don't have to be tied down to libraries. This isn't a course specifically on libraries. It's about information science overall. And then we'll have an intellectual freedom case study write-up. There's going to be 3 different case studies, and you'll pick one and do an analysis of it. These have been pretty popular. They range from a public library director's unfortunate take on how to, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the better way to say it, how to work is an operative word in this, not the best word. Work with homeless patrons who come into his library, not the best. No, he didn't go the best route to help people who are in need and who use the library's facilities for so many different things. But it gives you a lot to think about. And there's another one on censorship, about censorship of films, which is all these are based on true stories. So that's kind of interesting aspect. You never know what you're gonna come across. And then we have our issues paper. So we don't have any quizzes or exams in this class. They're all kind of essays or papers or more worksheet oriented. So if you struggle with quizzes or exams, you are doing well in this class, because I am not this class just isn't conducive to quizzes or exams, I feel. We're master level students, so I think we're a little bit beyond that at this point. So let me get back to the syllabus. It popped away from me. So the assignment should be turned in on time as indicated by the syllabus. I do provide a 1-day grace period, so if an assignment is due, let's say the intellectual freedom case study is due November the 21st, you can turn it, if stuff comes up and you need an extra day, you can turn it in on the 22nd without losing points. Or if you run into a major problem, an issue, again, you don't have to let me know exactly what's going on. Just please let me know that something's going on. I don't want you to struggle through half the semester, then finally email me very upset that you're so far behind, you're not worried you can catch up. Please let me know as soon as possible so I can do my best to help you, because that's what I want to do, is help you. And you can read about our plagiarism. APA is going to be the style used for these papers. I have some guides for APA use within the syllabus. So, or not within the syllabus, within our Canvas site. So APA is a common citation style used in LAS. Archivists tend to use Chicago style, but for this class, we're just going to learn a bit more about APA. So there's no footnotes. Everything has a very, very, very structured way to go about it. So there's going to be in-text citation and certain bibliographic formats that we'll be using. So get to know APA. I imagine you will use it in several other classes. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Okay, so class participation discussion. Again, this is the huge part of an online course is our weekly discussions. So a lot of the learning takes place in the exchange of ideas and experiences between you all, and I learn from reading you all's posts. I may not comment a lot, but I do read them, and I make note of all the engagement that you take part in. So I've been really pleased so far with what I've seen with class introductions and just people getting to know one another. It's really great, because I know we are all from different parts of the country. Some of you all are in Wisconsin, but some of you are North Carolina, Florida, Georgia, my home state, everywhere. So please, there's no word count in the discussions, but I really expect as graduate level students to have a very thorough response to each of the prompts. And then your response to your peers will be a little bit shorter, but I just want you to make sure you really say everything you feel like you need to say, and that should suffice, because I don't feel a word count is necessary in discussion board posts. And it's worth 20 points, so that's a good chunk for your grade. So my goal is to have everything graded within 2 weeks after submission. However, I foresee some traveling for conferences maybe, given the Delta variant, or at least I'll be doing virtual conferences, which will mean I'll be stuck inside my apartment staring at my computer for hours on end, which sounds like the opposite of fun. But I will keep you up to date on when I'm traveling. I'll do some traveling for research as well. But I want to get your papers and your other assignments to you as soon as possible. And finally, I wanted to make note of my instructor policy in student emotional and mental health. So it's really important to me that you succeed in this course. I really want you to do well. And if there are any kind of circumstances that occur during the semester, such as personal issues, anxiety, depression, a hospitalization, a death in the family, please let me know. You don't need to go into detail, but I want you to know that I understand and I support you. And within our Canvas site, I've included lots of resources available to you nationally and locally, so wherever you live, you can find some sort of help. And please email me or reach out to me however you would like to discuss these resources. And I've uploaded quite a bit of resources about mental health, sexual assault, abuse, and others, anything else that might come up in your life. Hopefully not. Hopefully everybody will be okay and safe. But I just want you to know you're not alone in this. And finally, I am on campus. I'll be on campus Tuesdays and Thursdays right now. That's my plan. I might start coming to campus more as see how the pandemic goes. But I teach Thursday evenings from 5:30 to 8:10. So if you would like to stop by my office, I am up on the 3rd floor of the, let's see, where the heck am I? Well, I'm on the 3rd floor. I cannot find my office number. It just escaped me. It has been like well over a year since I've been here. But you'll see my name out there. So knock on my door. I might be in here, and we can, if you need to chat about anything, but you can also set up office hours by appointment. We can FaceTime. We can use Teams. We can use Zoom. We can just talk on the phone. Perfectly okay. I'm more than happy to talk with you all and help you through whatever it is going on. So I think that's everything I wanted to say. Everything's popping up on my screen. So I hope you have a wonderful evening or morning or whenever you watch this video. Hopefully you will watch this video. I'll be posting pretty regularly, ideally each week, about what we're reading, what's going on, what assignments are coming up, just to give you a heads up about what's going on, especially what's going on in SOAS, because lots of changes are happening all around. So take care of yourself and take care of each other, and I'll talk to you next time.